All right, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakah Quadash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom Wa Abba Babal. So as you can see on Scripps News, it says President Joe Biden pardoned son Hunter as White House term nears end. All right, which obviously he would do that, right? I mean, everybody knew he would do it. The thing is, it fits prophecy for who the so-called Caucasian is. All right, which they're really red. As you can see, their skin color doesn't blend in with the color white. They are red. All right, they're actually the so-called white race is the red devil the Bible speaks of. It says in Proverbs 17 and 15, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh. So you got Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which been scattered throughout the world. But for the most part, I'm talking about the Israelites in America. You know, they went through an election and they justified the wicked by their voting for these devils, whether it was on the right hand or the left hand of the so-called white man's political system. All right, which it's an abomination. And then they look at us and say we're evil when we're telling you the truth, using the word of Yahweh, the supreme being, the Almighty, through his son Yahweh Shai, which were moved by the Holy Spirit. All right, and this is why Yahweh Shai is coming back. Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai to correct these things, because you got abominations freely happening on the earth. All right, and you got the so-called most powerful man in the world, the president, right, on both sides, and they're criminals. They're known criminals. All right, and this is a so-called Christian nation. So you're blaspheming the Lord's name. All right, you claim to be a Christian nation, but all your leadership and all your people are just full of wickedness. So the Lord's going to destroy you. All right, it says in Proverbs 29, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You see, and that's what time we're in. We're in the time of the wicked bearing rule, the so-called Caucasians, the red devils the Bible speaks of. And that's why this is a living hell. The people are mourning. When the righteous are in authority, the Israelites that are under Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the people rejoice because there's going to be righteousness established on the earth. But see, this is why those reprobates, the 2/3 that are for the so-called white man, the wicked that beareth rule, they got to go. They got to die. They got to be put to death, all right, by the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, however he's prophesied for their death to be. All right, he's going to put them down because they're in error. They're going in the way of Cain, all right? And that's why the blood is upon them. And Apostle Rakai, he went in on that. You know, that means to actually chop, you know, they're to be chopped up in pieces. And that's what's coming in Jacob's trouble. These people are going to get chopped up, cooked, and ate. It says in Jude, all right, it says, verse 11, woe unto them, for they have gone in the way of Cain, and ran greedily after the heir of Balaam for reward, all right, for money, for fame, all right, and soon they're going to do it for the implantable microchip, and perished in the gainsaying of Kori, which really they're the rebellious Israelites that were in the wilderness that wandered for 40 years until that generation died off. They're the unfaithful Israelites that are not going to make it to the promised land. All right? They're reincarnated today as the 2/3. Okay? It says, these are spots in your feast of charity, the brotherly love. All right? When they feast with you, feeding themselves without fear, clouds they are without water, carried about of winds, trees whose fruit withereth, without fruit, twice dead, plucked up by the roots. Right? There are all those prophecies that the Lord warned us to be aware of. Right? You had the seed that got taken by the heat of the sun. It wasn't rooted. All right? It wasn't on good ground. You had the example when the Lord cursed the fig tree because there was no fruit and it withered and died. All right, and he's actually explaining about the Israelites. All these Israelites that bear no fruit. All right, whether it starts with the males, but the females also, they're going to perish because they're unfaithful. They're going to die in their unfaithfulness because really that shows that they're going in the way of Cain. All right, they're following Balaam. It says, raging waves of the sea, foaming out their own shame, wandering stars, to whom is reserved the blackness and darkness forever. Which now he goes into Enoch, right? Which Enoch prophesied, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, because this prophecy has been before the flood, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, which we've been prophesying of this. This is the same prophecy that we've been telling you. To execute judgment upon all and to convince who? The Israelite that didn't believe, all that are ungodly among them, of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and of all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Which when you despise a man that has the Holy Spirit, Yahweh will put that Holy Spirit upon him in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. So you're actually despising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that's why if you offend one of his little ones, your death is going to be more dreadful than having a great millstone tied to your neck and being cast into the sea. You see? It's going to be horrible for the 2/3 reprobates that are going to perish in the lake of fire, which is America being destroyed by nuclear missiles. It says in Zechariah 13, verse 8, and it shall come to pass, which it's prophesied that this would happen, because really it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is orchestrating it, that all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So the 2/3, those 2/3 that are going to be cut off and die, they were in the wilderness with Moses, and they died in the wilderness. But the third shall be left therein, but there's a remnant that's going to be brought into the promised land once again. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. Right? We're going to be tried in this furnace of adversity, but we're going to overcome by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And we'll try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. All praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua B'Shem HaRakakodash. Double honors unto our apostle elders which rule great millstone well. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa ba ba ba.